Hi friends, Miss C here. We are going to actually focus today on solving consecutive integer problems. We're going to first talk about what consecutive means. So consecutive actually means in order. So there are three different ways our answers might look. One way is, here, we'll put example. One way is 1, 2, 3. So that would be an example of consecutive. 1, 2, 3. They're exactly in order, one after the other. Another example is the even example. And that one is 2, 4, 6. And then the last example I'm going to show you is the odd example. And that one is 1, 3, 5. So they're still going in order. These ones are just going in order with even numbers. These ones are just going in order with odd numbers. These ones are going in order in general. So when I say consecutive, you're looking for answers that are one after another. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at this word problem. This I do is where we're starting. It says the sum of 3 consecutive integers. So I see that word consecutive, which also means order, is 132. So that's my total. I know sum means addition, and I know I'm looking for 3 answers. And then my question asks, what are the 3 integers? What are those 3 numbers that we're looking for? So our first example, we're going to first define our variable. So our first unknown is whatever we want it to be. I'm going to let it be x. So x equals the first unknown. Now, this one's not saying consecutive even. It's not saying consecutive odd. It's just saying consecutive. So we're going to go for this sort of situation where it's 1, 2, 3. So if I'm looking at exactly this guy right here with the example 1, 2, 3, I know that 1 would be our x and 2 is equal to 1 plus 1. So for my second number that I don't know, I'm going to make it say x plus 1, which means my second unknown. And then for my last number, I know that 3 is equal to 1 plus 2. So my third unknown is going to be x plus 2. Just for summary purposes, because I know we're struggling on those chunk summary, these guys, not only did we define a variable, but these are the expressions that we are going to be using. These expressions help us write our equation. So now after we have all of that, we're going to go ahead and write our equation. So we know that our sum equals 132. So I'm actually going to take my first variable, which is x. I also know that this is sum, which means plus, so x plus. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that second expression, this x plus 1, and put it in, so x plus 1. And then I'm going to take the third expression, which is x plus 2, and add that as well. And then I know my total is equal to 132. Now all I have to do is combine like terms and solve using inverse operations. So going back through, I've lost my highlighters. We're going to go and combine our like terms. So I have x here, an x here, and an x here. And if I add all those together, I have 3 x's. So that is going to give me 3 x's. Now I have one more thing I can combine. My constants, I have a 1, and I have a 2. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So plus 3 equals my total, which is 132. Now it's just like we had last week. We're going to do the opposite of addition or subtraction first. So I need to get rid of that positive 3. And the opposite of adding is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 3 from either side. That gives me 129 equal to, and then the 3x stays the same. Now 3x means multiplication, and I want to undo multiplication, so I'm going to divide. And then I will have x equals, I think, let's see, that's 43. So I get x equals 43. That is one of my answers. So if I go back to my expressions over here, they tell me the answers. I know that my first unknown is x. So that means my first unknown is x equals 43. My second unknown, which was in yellow, is 43 plus 1, which is equal to 44. That's my second unknown. And then my third unknown is in green, and it's 43 plus 2, which is equal to 45. So my 3 integers are 43, 44, and 45. And if I check it, if I add all those 3 numbers together, I should get 132. So my answer is, let's write it. The 3 integers are 43, 44, and 45. All right, now for our we do. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers. You need to do the work. I'm going to help you out just a tad with the setup for this one, but then you do the rest. So it says the sum of 3 consecutive even integers. So that's going back up here where it says even 2, 4, 6. So it's a little bit of a different setup than the 1, 2, 3. But it says the sum of 3 consecutive even integers is 48. What are the 3 integers? So we'll first define a variable. We know that x is equal to our first unknown. Okay. Then when we come back up here, when I gave you that example, this 2, 4, 6 situation, 2 plus something gives me 4. That's 2. So my first number I'm going to replace with x, and I'm going to put plus 2 for the second unknown. So my second unknown is x plus 2 equals second unknown. And then my third unknown is 2 plus something equals 6, and that something is 4. So my third unknown is x plus 4 equals third unknown. See, it's a little bit of a different setup. Up here, it was at 1, x plus 1, and x plus 2. Down here, we have x plus 2, x plus 4. Okay, so now you guys set up the equation. Set it up, solve, pause, and then when you press play, you'll see the answer. Check your answer. Okay? It's okay if you don't get it right now, but you need to try it. And then when I see you tomorrow, we will go over this, and then you'll do a you do. So pause, and then come back and check your answer in just a sec. All right, guys, so here's what I got. I saw that the 3 integers are 14, 16, and 18. And again, to check your answer, if I add all 3 of these numbers up, I'm going to get 48. So hopefully you got that. If not, please write down your questions so that we can go over it tomorrow in class. Your job is to do chunk summary number 3. Again, if you show up and this is not done, you won't get answers, which doesn't help you at all. I will give you some hints. They're going to use some words from this side of the page as well as the other side of the page. Okay? That's where you're going to find your blinks. This is all we're going to do tonight, so enjoy your little short video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.